Hello everyone. Thank you for taking your time for our school. My name is Yuga and I will be making a presentation about Aoyama Gakuin University. First of all, I'd like you to check the right top side of this first slide. The salt of the earth, the light of the world. This is our school motto. Now, this is a Christian verse actually, and I will be getting to that later on, but please remember this motto. So, moving on to the next slide. Now, I would first like to introduce you to AGU's brand recognition. As one of the leading private universities in Japan, AGU is strongly recognized by high school students in Japan. So, over here is a list of rankings or surveys that was taken to Japanese students, and popularity number 3, good atmosphere number 1, cool number 1, competitive clubs and societies number 1. So you can see that Japanese high school students actually think very highly of our school. Okay, so the next slide. The next slide is about Aoyama Gakuin University. 4 basic points. So number 1, Aoyama Gakuin University is a university with 146 years of history, so it is a very, very old school. Not like old school style, but it is just has a long history. It's also considered one of the oldest in Japan as well. Number 2, education based on Christianity. So as I've explained in the school motto part, Aoyama Gakuin University is a Christian university. Of course, not all students are Christian. It's just that education is based on Christian beliefs, Christian ideas, and we want you to understand and somehow take in that idea of Christianity. Number 3, an integrated education from preschool to postgraduate. So basically, in one campus, there is from preschool to graduate schools. Even under 6-year-olds to over 20-year-old are in the same campus studying. So if you come to this particular campus, you might be able to even find elementary school students or high school students in the same area doing what they want sometimes. So it's pretty interesting. Number 4, this may not be something that we should say for ourselves, but Aoyama Gakuin University is considered a high-leveled private school in Japan. So, the next slide introduces our 2 campuses. Number 1, Aoyama campus. Number 2, Sagamihara campus. So, the one on the top, Aoyama campus, is our traditional campus. So it is the one with long history. So it has mostly humanities and social sciences kind of education, and it is located in Shibuya, which is a center of information and trends. The one on the bottom, Sagamihara campus, is a rather newer campus. It's wider, it's greener, and it has all the science and engineering kind of studies there. So most research laboratories are located there, and also wide sports fields. So just a quick photos and introduction to the 2 campuses. So the next slide will show Aoyama campus, as you can see in many pictures. So it's Shibuya. I believe most of you have actually heard of the name of Shibuya. It's the center of information and trends. So many people are gathered here, so many shops. So the campus is located just about 10-minute walk from the Shibuya station, and of course, it has good access to other major cities in Tokyo, so it's good for job hunting, gathering information, and actually just enjoying the trend. So it's popular for the young people. Now, the next slide will show Sagamihara campus. It is wider, as I said before, cleaner, I think, and it is more close to the Yokohama area than to the Tokyo area, if I should say so. Of course, it's not too far from the closest station, which is located in Fuchinobe, a 7-minute walk. just about 15 minutes between the campuses, but this is where most of our science and research laboratories are. Aoyama Gakuin University is also actually famous in Japan for its track and fields club, but this Sagamihara campus has the training fields for the track and fields club as well. So then, I will move on to education or studying at Aoyama Gakuin University. So over here, the next slide shows an image of studying at AGU. It's just a brief image. So it says Aoyama Standard. Now, this Aoyama Standard is an integrated education for all the students at any school, any college, any specific area, but still, all the students will take several courses from this area. And you can see in the chart or the graph just over here, Aoyama Standards is mostly considered of liberal arts education. The lower green side is professional education, so it's professional class of each course, each school, each college. So basically, you're going to have to take a lot of Aoyama Standard courses in your first and second year, but as you move on to your junior year or senior year, you'll take more and more of the professional area courses. So Aoyama Standard is an education system for all students, regardless of schools, colleges, departments, and courses. The next slide shows you, this is a brief image of the Aoyama Standard. So it has liberal arts course, skill course, and introduction to the education at our school. So this Aoyama Standard is provided to give Aoyama Gakuin University students a certain level of knowledge and skills before being sent out to the society to work. Now, moving on to the next slide, this one shows you our schools and colleges. So there's 11 schools, colleges, and 25 departments. Now, schools and colleges are divided into the two campuses, and once you're in that particular campus, you'll always be in that campus. So there's no moving around the campuses for your between your education years. Just be sure to check which campus the college or school you're interested in belongs to. So as you can see, literature, law, business or economics, those areas are in the Aoyama campus, while the science and engineering and global studies, social informatics will be in the Sagamihara campus. Okay, the next slide, you can see a graph or chart. This is a brief image of how many students are in our school. Now, Aoyama Gakuin University is on the top, just under 20,000 students. The other schools are, well, similar private universities in Japan. So if you compare us with Keio or Waseda, we don't even have half as much of students as they do. However, this is not a negative point. On the top of the slide, it says tight-knit education. Well, that was a phrase one exchange international student actually told us, that they felt much at home here than in their original university. Since there are not too many students, we are able to give support, more detailed support to the students as a staff and as faculty. Okay, so that was the total number of students at our school. The next one shows a total number of international students from over about 20 countries. So most regular students, those students who take the exam and enter, are from China. And most exchange students are from the United States. However, you can see quite a lot of countries there. I mean, in regular students, there's Greece, Sri Lanka, India, and in exchange students, there's Ukraine, Switzerland, Spain. So there are quite a lot of international students from quite many different areas. The school offers many opportunities for cultural exchange. in the next slide, I think you can see a photo of international students. Well, this is part of a cultural activity. So they're experiencing Japanese tea leaf picking. There's also other events like watching kabuki, going to watch sumo, or going on a one-day field trip. This is for international students to be able to actually learn or experience the Japanese culture. We also have plenty of help and support from the International Center, and also students and advisors from the professors will be able to give you support. We also have AGU House. AGU House is the international dormitory that Aoyama Gakuin University provides. So there's complete private rooms equipped with furniture, fridge, bathroom. There's also breakfast and dinner for weekdays. 24-hour support by a resident assistant student that resides in the dorm as well. And also, this dorm is not completely for international students. There's about half of regular Japanese students that live in this dormitory, but because of that, there are cultural exchange events inside the dormitory as well. Moving on to the next slide. Of course, most students need to consider about fees or money. The Aoyama Gakuin University provides scholarships for international students. The next slide, this particular one, the AGU Industry University Collaborative Global Scholarship for the international students. Well, international students with excellent academic achievements and personal characteristics will all receive provision each year. Now, this is all, so there's no restriction in the number of students for this scholarship, and about 1 out of 2.5 international students do receive the scholarship each year. The amount of the scholarship given is just about 300,000. So if you receive this scholarship undergraduate students can receive this scholarship a maximum of 4 times. So if you receive it 4 times, that'll be just about 1,200,000 total. So it's quite a lot of money that you can receive as long as you do your studies well. And of course, there are other scholarships. If you could check the next slide. Well, here is a list of scholarships that international students actually received, both undergraduates and graduates. So as you can see, the chart, more than half of international students receive scholarships. There's an office that could actually guide you for application and receiving scholarships. So if you come to our school, please visit that office. Since we did talk about fees a little bit, here in the next slide, I am posting a list of the tuition fees for undergraduate students. Now, this is as of 2020, so it could vary later in the years. And I want you to know that each college has a different price. So please be sure to check which school you are going to apply for, you wish to apply for, and the amount that will be required. So this graph or chart, you can also check it on the website. So please check through there as well. Okay, so moving on. Building global partnerships. So we have partnerships with over 150 top institutions. So just a little list: University of Bologna, Paris, Cologne, Jean Monnet, Columbia, Pennsylvania, and so on and so. So there are many international exchange programs, international collaboration programs, and those are also available. So many countries from so many different areas are available if you wish. So some of the schools, a list of schools are posted on the website for the International Center at Aoyama Gakuin University. So if you're interested, just please give us a look. So then, just moving on to a little bit about our support. So, of course, after students graduate university, they would have to start working. So, the employment rate actually matters to quite a lot of students. Well, I must tell you that Aoyama Gakuin University actually has one of the top rated employment rate in Japan. Well, the next slide shows you the employment rate. 94.2% of students find employment, and 90.1% of graduates are satisfied with their job offer. So, and the chart next to the statement, it has a comparison. The employment rate in top companies. This is of previous records, but Aoyama Gakuin University is actually top in March. March is like a way of calling specific private universities in Japan that are close leveled, but we have quite a top employment rate in top companies there. Now, for the reason why we have the top employment rate is because we have a good career planning support. So the next slide shows us about what kind of career planning support we offer. So there's very support events, over 400 guidance seminars a year by more than 1,200 companies. And they actually come to our school because it has good access to the major cities in Tokyo. Number 2, private counseling. So about 1 out of 2 students actually come to use the private counseling for career planning support each year. So it's given one man-to-man counseling for your career planning. Number 3, original information website, WebAsh. Now this is a very unique point of our school. WebAsh, it gathers information about job offers, but these job offers are gathered because they're specifically directed at students at Aoyama Gakuin University. So only Aoyama Gakuin University students can access to this WebAsh and get more information that others cannot. This is a strong point of our careers planning support. And also, number 4, you cannot miss the Aoyama Gakuin alumni. So over 350,000 OBs and OGs give you backup. So they even look over your application form, give you training for interviews. So all that is possible. And there are also some support specifically for international students. Support staff, international student of specialized support staffs are there to actually hear you. Number 2, specific seminars and guidance for international students are also planned, and these will be announced as well. And there's also the certification support for the business Japanese proficiency test. Those who take the BJT test can get refunded from the school. Detailed information for all this can also be available on the websites. Now, last, I'm going to be talking about some entrance examination patterns. So, international students have quite a lot of ways of entering our school. Some may even have a dual citizenship that only widens the methods, but here is a list, just a simple flow of entrance examination patterns this is really broken down easily. So please be sure to check the guidances for entrance examinations that will be posted on the website for details. And since we don't have results of entrance examinations for 2020 yet, I'm just going to be posting one from 2019. So the popular parts, popular colleges and departments, for example, literatures, Japanese language and literature is popular. Economics, the Department for Economics is popular, and also business administration is very popular. So these three are the main popular departments that many international students actually take. Okay, and if you have any questions or detailed information you wish, you should contact the information office. Of course, over here I'm showing you the campus, so which school you belong to, and the campus, it depends. The application form request will be posted on the website as well. And well, currently the office is shut down, so you might not be able to use the phone, but detailed contact information is provided online. So be sure to check our webpage, check whichever office you need to contact for whatever Q&As you have, and send us a mail. We will be sure to answer those emails as well. So that is all for my presentation. Of course, it is difficult times. I really wish that I was going to be able to speak to you in person or speak to you on the online phone or something, but since I cannot do that, I just was able to send you my voice. So if you're interested in our school, just contact us through your emails. We will be sure to be in touch. And if you ever come to our school, if you could come to the International Center, we will be able to give you any support, well, almost any support, as much as we can. So if you're interested in Japan, interested in studying at Aoyama Gakuin University, just give us a notice. Okay, so that is all for us. I hope to see some of you, and I hope to hear from some of you as well. So thank you.